Following the biblical account, Jesus went to pray in the Garden of Gethsemane after the Last Supper. This place, called Gethsemane in Aramaic and Gethsemane in Hebrew, was a grove of olive trees, known for its olive press. However, the Bible provides limited detail about the garden's significance. In this garden, Jesus experienced intense mental anguish on the eve of his crucifixion. Accidentally discovered by tunnel workers in Jerusalem, a biblical object that has eluded researchers for centuries sheds light on this historical site. The Garden of Gethsemane attracted Christian pilgrims over the centuries, becoming a place of prayer and reflection. In the biblical account, Jesus ventured deep into the garden with his closest disciples, Peter, James, and John. There, he expressed his distress about the impending suffering he would endure. He asked them to keep watch while he prayed alone. However, they struggled to stay awake, leaving Jesus to agonize over his fate. As Jesus prayed, Judas arrived with priests and elders, leading to his arrest. The exact location of Gethsemane remains uncertain, but it is believed to be situated on the Mount of Olives' western slope. Various Christian denominations, including the Catholic Church, have identified potential sites in this area. Despite the lack of certainty about the exact location, one site known as the Grotto of the Agony, near a bridge across the Kidron Valley, is a popular destination for pilgrims. Another site further south, featuring ancient olive trees, aligns with the description of Gethsemane. This area is home to the Church of Gethsemane, also known as the Church of All Nations or the Church of the Agony. While not ancient, this church attracts many visitors and is regarded as one of Christianity's prominent churches. Archaeological discoveries continue to emerge in the region. In late 2020, the Custody of the Holy Land, a Franciscan establishment responsible for holy places, initiated the construction of a visitor center and a tunnel connecting the church to the Kidron Valley. Surprisingly, during the tunnel's excavation, it collapsed, leading to further archaeological exploration. The Israel Antiquities Authority and scholars from the Studium Biblicum Franciscanum joined forces to investigate the cave discovered during the collapse. This unexpected find has the potential to reshape the understanding of the area's history. Among the archaeological findings at the site, remnants of a Byzantine church that was active from the 6th to the 8th centuries were discovered, along with a Crusader-era monastery. The Byzantine church, adorned with intricate carvings, was evidently significant, likely commemorating a biblical event. An inscribed message in Greek on the church floor read, "For the memory and repose of the lovers of Christ, God, who have received the sacrifice of Abraham, accept the offering of your servants, and give them remission of sins. Cross, Amen." What particularly intrigued archaeologists wasn't just the church itself, but the era in which it had thrived. This Byzantine-era church's existence during a period when Jerusalem was under Muslim rule highlights the continued practice of Christian pilgrimages to the city. While no existing documents mention the church, scholars believe it may have been part of a compound consisting of multiple churches, each symbolizing different aspects of Jesus' trials at that location. On the other hand, the Crusader-era monastery, likely functioning as a visitor center or hospice, may have endured until 1187, when Sultan Saladin, the Muslim victor over the Crusaders, may have ordered its demolition. Historical records indicate that stones from churches in the Mount of Olives area were used to fortify the city walls. However, the most remarkable discovery was the unearthing of a ritual bath or mikvah, a crucial purification site for Jews before the destruction of the Second Temple in the 1st century. Its presence suggests the possibility of an olive press on the site, even though definitive evidence of such an operation is yet to be found. The mikvahs dating to the Second Temple era adds an intriguing layer to the site's historical context. This discovery doesn't conclusively validate the biblical narrative, but opens up questions about the traditional location of Gethsemane. The term Gethsemane, which means olive press, implies some form of structure, and the presence of a mikvah suggests ritual purity practices, possibly related to olive oil production. However, It's essential to approach these findings with caution and not automatically assume their direct connection to the Gospel accounts. These archaeological findings shed light on the rich history and traditions associated with the site, providing valuable insights into the historical and religious context of the region. Rehm began to wonder if he had stumbled upon the true location of Gethsemane. As an archaeologist, he couldn't help but question whether there was concrete evidence supporting the New Testament story or if it unfolded elsewhere. Ritual baths from the Second Temple era are not rare in Israel. They have been unearthed in various locations, with possibly hundreds of discoveries. However, what made this find exceptional was the possibility that the traditionally identified site could indeed be the correct one. While most ritual baths from that time were found in specific contexts, like affluent homes or near cemeteries, they also appeared in agricultural settings where workers in olive oil and wine production utilized them. This context hinted at a potential connection to olive oil production. To delve deeper into the mikvah's purpose, the team planned to take samples of its plaster. These samples would undergo analysis by experts, seeking tiny traces of olive pollen and other substances that could provide insights into what had been washed off in the bath. While this research would take time, it wouldn't yield immediate answers. Rehm cautioned against jumping to conclusions about the Bible's accuracy solely based on the presence of an olive press at the site. He emphasized that the discovery of the ritual bath, while exciting, did not offer concrete evidence confirming the Gospel accounts. Nevertheless, the find remained intriguing, not only for its potential to validate the Gethsemane story, but also for affirming the accuracy of the tradition that led to the construction of churches at the site. Father Patton emphasized the importance of these discoveries, stating that recent excavations had confirmed the antiquity of Christian memory and tradition associated with the location. Looking ahead, Rehm shared plans for the excavation, including incorporating the recently discovered archaeological remains into a visitor center at the site. These findings would be exhibited for tourists and pilgrims, with the hope that visitors would soon return to explore the historical and spiritual significance of Jerusalem. Subscribe and press the bell icon for regular updates.